Till we stack high. Blood brothers, my blood brothers, my blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers, blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers, blood brothers. We supposed to be blood.
It hurts 'cause that's my blood brother, and I love him. And even though we thug together, I can't trust him. Forever, that's my brother, that's my day one. And even though he played me close, I still pray for him. We blood
Back on all that nonsense.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Elite Fantasy Bros. I'm here with your hosts, Valentine and Gary, OG Gary. Sorry about that. And I am your co-host, Flo. Today, we're going to dive into the minds of Fantasy Elite, breaking down the fantasy impact of AFC North. All right. I usually throw my questions to the right. So today, I'm going to take it to the left.
To the left.
All right, OG Gary, talk to me. Does Lamar Jackson have another overall QB season in him? And by the way, guys, we're starting off with the Baltimore Ravens. What's up, OG?
Does he have another QB season? You know what? Today, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this for him.
You free balling it?
Hey, look here, ain't no
Top of the
football.
dome. That's what we doing.
We're gonna read. I'm 100% read.
Okay, so Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. Does he have another overall QB1 season in him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, he got that QB1 season.
Okay. Tell me why.
They done added another lineman. One from the Steelers, one of the top linemen in the day. You know, we're gonna add some more pieces. He already had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons as a rusher. You know what I mean? This is as a rusher. He's a quarterback. That's crucial. So I'm looking for another 1,000-yard season. Even if you take a step back, because they talking about they want to pass some more. They done brought in Bateman. They brought in a couple of receivers in the draft.
Rashad Bateman.
Rashad Bateman, and they brought one from Oklahoma State as well. They brought one more as well. So, but the main thing is, I'll say that with that, they want to pass the ball, but with Lamar being number one, he's due for first of all, he still got a contract season going on.
Facts.
So, I mean, he want to play with that money. He going to get that money.
For sure.
Okay.
Money talks.
Money talk. He going to get that money
Facts.
off rip. I know he is. So, he going to have to play up to it. It was a couple of videos. He out there playing outside, I guess, with the high schoolers. And that's a good thing for charity. You got to protect yourself. That money.
I respect that. You know, like people, like kids from the neighborhood, will never forget that moment. You feel me? I like me come from where I came from. Like, if I had like a piece of AP come to my neighborhood and run with me for routes, you know, like
a memory.
You definitely cherish that forever. So I appreciate that impact he made in the neighborhood.
Man, and that's a good thing because he giving. You know what I'm saying? He giving back to the community as well. I think that's crucial as part of an overall person. You know what I'm saying? So I really think overall, like I said, he been back-to-back 1,000 yards. Lamar Jackson locked in. He want that bag too. He gonna get it this year. He gonna be the number one QB. That's why I got picked as the number one juice QB.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
And again, man, I respect that for sure. Lamar Jackson, I mean, I love his ability to produce this year. I mean, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. PFF predicts Lamar decreases his passing percentage about 27%.
Wow.
So they have his stats. They got 3,800 yards passing, 1,000 yards passing. Rushing, and 29 touchdowns total. So I mean, and got Pig is a QB3 overall right now. I feel like he threw 36 touchdowns as year 4 last in season. 36 touchdowns off 2,800 yards passing. I like Lamar Jackson this year. I mean, for sure. I mean, I think he can be a QB1 this year easily. I mean, more weapons. Coach, you want to throw the ball more. I like Lamar this year.
Better protection.
Yeah, for sure. Better O-line. You know, I really like Lamar this year to be a QB. I mean, I'm no problem with it. I mean, I like Kyler Murray to be QB1, but Lamar can easily be QB1 this year because of his rushing floor and his passing prowess. So,
running backs don't get 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, it was y'all. Come on, last year we only had 9 backs last year get 1,000 yards rushing, so he's one of the. So I mean, it's a lot. 1,000 yards rushing is a lot. So
back to back.
So really, he's an RB1 / QB1. I mean, dude, upside is crazy. So I like Lamar this year, especially if he passes the ball more.
And the man wants to be paid. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have a question on that.
I have an answer.
So, one thing we all know about Lamar Jackson.
For sure.
That if he sees an opening, he's going to run it. You know what I mean?
Scramble is real.
What are your thoughts about his quarterback, running back mentality as far as him not always staying in the pocket with this protection that you say that he has now, like on the team sometimes with him wanting. I'm just
Hold on now.
I'm just saying, like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I feel like also he could be an overall QB1 if he doesn't get hurt. But because he is a person that's willing to run the ball, like, let me know, like, how
No, man. Hey, low. Hey, money. That right there is, I mean, that was excellent, you know. No. I mean, you're right. Cause like him being 200 pounds, I think he's small in stature. I think him running does provoke some injury risk.
Absolutely.
But up to this point, he hasn't been injured yet. You feel me? Cause like he's been learning to avoid the big hits. Like Michael Vick was a big kick taker. He's dip out of bounds. So I like. Lamar has learned. He's learned from the legends. You know, Vick is the greatest runner of all, but prior to Lamar Jackson, so he learned from him avoid the big hits. You feel me? So as long as he avoid those big hits, he should get out of bounds. His ability to sustain that rushing floor should suffice. And again, man, I mean, I think injury is a great. As you say, man, that's a great point you made. But I think, you know, as long as he's been healthy the past 3 years, you know, as long as he's healthy, he's avoiding big hits. Lamar should be a top 3 QB, and he has the potential to be a QB1 off that rushing floor alone. But these days, running QBs matter so much. Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, you know. So those QBs are always top 5 because of their rushing ability.
There you go.
So, and then again, if he up his passing value plus his rushing, what he already do rushing wise, his upside is sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Well, you heard it here first. All right, so Valentine, let us know, is it officially J.K. Dobbins running back 1 season?
Great question. So last year, Dobbins had a 48.5% snap share, right, which is ranked 32nd in the league at RBs. Now, Ingram had 17%. Gus Edwards had like a 22% snap share. So we say RB1 season. I think you have to factor in, like, you know, who are rushing the ball. You got Gus Edwards, you got Dobbins, you got Lamar, you got Justice Hill. Last year, the Ravens were the number 1 rushing team in the league. They ran the most rushing plays per game at 34.7. I think that he has RB1. I'm sorry, he got to catch the ball. You know, so like if he can up tip his catching abilities, I feel like he can be a low end RB1. I think the high ends get all the value. The Ravens love splitting the load between, you know, Dobbins, Edwards, Lamar Jackson. You feel me? So he don't have the upside of RB1, but he has the upside of being a solid high floor RB1. Barring, he got to catch the ball more this year. That's my thing. Okay. So, because last year he was ranked 51 in targets. He had 24 targets last year, which is 1.6 per game. So, he had a target per game, passing wise. 1 target equals 2.5 carries on the estimate. So, he only had 1 per game. So, he wasn't getting those. He wasn't getting those open field, touches. Right, now, people will say, last year he did average 6 yards a carry last year. You feel me? So people look at that like, man, he's good running back, RB1. I think he needs that passing work like an Eckler, Kamara, Mixon, Najee Harris, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They get that passing work, But I think Dobbins is an excellent high end RB2 because off of the offense he's in, great offense, rushing volume, opportunities for touchdowns. I like Dobbins this year.
All right, OG, what are your thoughts?
He done hit every point possible. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the thing about it. I can't even follow up no better. And the thing is, like you said, 6.0 yards a carry at one point.
Yeah. I mean, the best in the league. I mean,
because you got to focus on Lamar
Jackson. The dual threat.
You got the extra. So, I mean, it was at one point, Mark Ingram had 15 touchdowns.
Yeah, for sure.
This man came in as a rookie with 9 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
I'm for sure. I'm for 48%.
48%.
So
just bring it up 10, even 20.
So if he get 55, 60% reception,
it's a done deal.
Here's a chance to those touchdowns. That's your aggression. You know, so I like his. I think he's safe this year because like it's
safe. Yeah,
it's him and Gus Edwards. So I think he's a safe RB2 with RB1 production if he can provide more catches for you this year.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm a guy like RBs off the rip, so I like the little RB. You know, sometimes RB for the third, he'll be the third RB and he'll kill for your flex RB off the rip. Done deal. It's J.K. Dobbins.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know, fellas, are any Ravens pass catchers worth pursuing?
Well, people like Bateman this year, right? People like Rashad Bateman. In college, he was ranked the 81st college dominator, 40% in college, 81st out of 1,000 receivers. So he wasn't that much of a dominator in college, but I'm not targeting any receivers, like specifically. I mean, I like Hollywood Brown last year because last year Hollywood ran a route on 100% of the pass plays. Every pass play he was running a route. He was 100% pass plays. He was out there being targeted. He was number 35 in targets last year, and he had 9 targets last year. So 35 is pretty good because he's going in the 12th round right now. So you're getting a top 35 ranked in targets going in the 12th round. It's pretty solid, you know.
Okay.
Last year he had 9 double-digit games of double-digit production. He had 9 double-digit games of production and 6 below. So I mean, I think he's a good, sneaky floor, high floor, high ceiling play. You feel me? So it just depends on but again, with more targets coming in, you got Bateman coming in, taking away targets. Mark Andrews another year. Dobbins, if he get passing work involved, taking away targets from him. So I mean, I'm not targeting that passing the wide receivers, but like I said, I would take Hollywood in the 12th, 13th round, having that upside, because the coach came in and said he wanted to throw the ball more downfield, and Hollywood ran a 4.32 in the 40. So, I mean, who's going to target more than a 4.3 guy? So, downfield.
Hey, 100%, we're going to keep it slight just like that. I mean, at the end of the day, you're really not targeting these guys, but he is slated as the number 1 wide receiver.
Yes.
Overall, Mark Andrews. Chemistry, you're going to have that. I mean, they from the same area, I think, Florida.
Yes, sir.
So they kind of got that same chemistry. But overall, I think Mark Andrews is still the number 1 target as far as, I guess, there. But he's the number 1 wide receiver.
Facts.
3rd year in the league. I mean, he's stepping. I like them 3rd, 4th year receivers. I would target them, in that late round, of course. I mean, you still getting the number 1 wide receiver on the high-powered offense. So I mean, that's automatically what you want to go for, especially with these especially with fantasy. So yeah, I mean, he could be a good third receiver for me all day long. You know what I mean? But upside of those big play ability, he has. He got a lot of speed. So yeah,
I mean, and another that man, target those matchups. Last year he killed the Bengals both times. So target those matchups. He played the Bengals. Target that matchup, Texans, Jaguars, who he play. Target those matchups because the matchups matters a lot in fantasy. Because if you got a solid cornerback on an elite receiver with speed, you want to target those, in your weekly league. So just target that. So Hollywood, I think, is a great target late because, like I said, you can play him in a week 6. We got a bye week wide receiver. You got him filling in, pop. So I like Hollywood for sure this year.
Yeah, we have on Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens is a top tier offense and top tier defense. So Ravens. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're gonna move on to the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, OG, is Joe Burrow ready to be a consistent quarterback 1?
Quarterback 1, that's tough. We talking about quarterback 1, you're gonna have to really get in there. But quarterback 1, no. I say quarterback 2, yes.
Okay.
All day long.
So no for QB1.
Not QB1.
Okay.
But what's so scary about it is if he can get the injury together, he just came off an ACL injury. So if he can get, if he can come back into shape in the form, I'm a big advocate of Joe Burrow for sure. Yeah, he has that grit. You know what I'm saying? You got that. You know what I mean? Like that mental ability. Ain't nobody can't quit you. You know what I'm saying? So you got that about you. I'll grip. You know what I mean? Like it's strong having that mental ability, and that's one thing Joe Burrow has. He came in the league. He showed what he could do as far as just passing. He got the weapons around him. They just added Jamar Chase to go along with him. He, like I said, he got to fight through that injury. If he fights through it, will he be ready to be a consistent QB1? I wouldn't say QB1, QB2 all day long. But as far as QB1, to answer the question, I wouldn't do that. But Joe Burrow is coming. Don't sleep.
Okay.
There it is.
All right, Valentine. Joe Burrow.
So Joe Burrow, last year, again, he's a rookie last year. You feel me? Joe Herbert had the best rookie season probably ever. Peyton Manning had a good rookie season. Herbert had a great rookie season. Burrow last year, he was okay.
He was hurt.
He was hurt. First 6 games, he was 34th in true passer rating last year. Again, his team threw the ball 39 times per game while he was playing. Number 11th. So the pass opportunities were there. So he threw the ball a lot. So that was there. I think that's good for him. For the poor line, definitely. Because last year he had a 24 protection rate, so 32 teams. So I think improved the line will help him a lot. He wasn't that good in the red zone and deep ball passes. So he's good in intermediate routes. I feel like but QB1, this year QB is deep. This year,
very deep.
I think he'd be a good high end QB2 if that pair with Chase and Burrow can produce that connection. I think he could be a low end QB1 for you. But this year, as of right now, I think I'm solid QB2, especially after injury. He's been hurt, so it's hard to get that timing down. So I like Burrow. As a second QB on your bench, kind of fill in for you and see how it goes throughout the season. So because again, in college he was a good scrambler. He tore ACL, MCL, tore his knee, so we don't know how effective he'll be running the ball. So we'll see what happens. But I like Burrow this year. He has the weapons: Mixon, Chase, Higgins, Boyd. He has the weapons there. It doesn't matter is he healthy enough to elevate those weapons to the next level.
That's the question.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's 2021. Finally, the year of Joe Mixon.
Let me get in this, man.
Get in.
Hey, what you want right here, man?
Joe Mixon, man. My juice player. My juice player.
The juice there.
Yeah. If he's healthy this year, enjoy the benefits. Last year was year with Nora, right? Before he got hurt last year, Mixon got hurt. He was number 8 in snap share, 70%. He was number 2 in opportunity share in touches, at number 2 at 81.5% behind James Robinson. So you had a guy who was number 2 in opportunity rate, number 8 in snap rate. So my thing is, RBs, what you want RBs? You looking for touches, targets, opportunity. In the day of the platoon system, he was getting the workload. He was top 10 workload. No Gio this year. So it's Mixon. Then there's Samaj Perine. So Perine been in the league 3 years. Oklahoma, great. Oklahoma back, But again, he was back up at Oklahoma. He's a backup at Bengals. I love Mixon this year, man. His opportunity is skyrocketing. He was number 8 in snap share. This year he should be top 3 in snap share this year. Because the coach said he wanted him on first, second, and third downs. You just can't. Mixon is, to me, is a top 5 RB if he doesn't get hurt.
Ooh, you gotta book it. Yeah.
And then one more thing I'm gonna say: in dominator rating last year, dominator competition last year, he was number 6 in dominator rating while he played in the 6 games he played last year. He was number 6 dominator rating at 29.4%. He dominated the competition. So he exceeded expectations. He had a bad line. I think Mixon is in play for a major year this year. So he's a boom player for me.
Oh, wait, it gotta be a
boom player.
Boom, kaboom.
Boom.
Drop that
player.
ball.
Okay.
That's it.
for sure.
That's it. Hey, at the end of the day, I like Joe Mixon. The thing about it is, he's been in the league, and that's his only concern. But I honestly, like I said, you see me put my notes up, gut feel, everything, just what you see, the whole talent, everything, was real.
Okay.
And I feel like, Joe Mixon one of the ones that sure it just is what it is.
All right. Talk to me, OG. Who should we target between Chase, Higgins, and Boyd?
You know what? A lot of people will go to Chase. You know what Chase
Why would they go Chase though?
Chase because of the connection him and Burrow had. Him and Burrow had this connection, this wild hookup at LSU. I mean, they were cold national champ. They got all of that. You know what? But the thing is, they sleeping on this guy Higgins. They keep sleeping on him. And keep sleeping on Higgins. Higgins came in as a rookie last year with 900 yards with who is his quarterback? You don't even know. You don't even know.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Who is the quarterback? Driscoll?
Yeah. After Burrow got hurt,
it was exactly. Yeah. At the end of the day, came in with 900 yards. This man said himself. You know what I mean? Like in the interview, I like those little personalized. You know what I mean? Sometimes those matter because you make changes to your diet, you make changes to your whole mental capacity. This man came in with this man saying with Jamar Chase, I'm gonna come in with over 1,000 yards. He came in with 900 last year. You want 1,000 yards? I'm getting this guy as a number 2 receiver, like off rip, and they'll pass heavy offense. I like T Higgins to be that. He gonna step in to be that threat to me. Jamar Chase is the guy that's hoopla, and everybody gonna get him. He cold, very good talent, rookie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest fan of rookie receivers, but coming in with T Higgins, I think he gonna come in that second year and gonna dominate like he need to. 6'4". He got the size, the ability. He can work inside out. That's who we rocking with. T Higgins.
Now, who should we target? Right?
That's the question.
There we go.
That's the question.
I mean, I'm targeting the cheaper of the 3, which in this case is Boyd right now.
Boyd is the cheapest.
He's going 9th round. Again, I don't want Boyd.
Can he get you 1,000 yards?
No. Because I'm not drafting Boyd. Now it comes to that. I don't want Higgins of Chase.
Right.
Some leagues Higgins going earlier. Some leagues Chase going earlier.
Okay.
You feel me? So again, I'm not personally drafting none of those guys. I'm not targeting these guys. If they're in a position where you're like, okay, no, I got my receivers, I want to get an extra guy, I'm cool with Chase, I'm cool with Higgins. Okay. But you want to target the guy throwing him the ball. You feel me? Because you got a guy with these options. You want to target the guy who got these options available to him. You got a Boyd available to him, Higgins, a Chase, Mixon. So I'll target Burrow if you believe in that course so much. Target a QB. And but again, I'm a Mixon fan. So but I think out of Chase and Higgins, I like Chase more.
Okay.
Only because
they hook up.
I'm gonna hook up. Because you hook up, and then I think Chase is a more elite talent. Speed, route running. I think he has that. No, again, we know LSU receivers have a history of producing. We got Justin Jefferson. We got
Odell
Beckham, Jarvis Landry. So he's Odell, right? Yeah. Not receiving though, but you know Odell.
T Higgins not going to Clemson?
He in the Clemson, yeah.
Oh yeah, who we got there? D-Hop.
D-Hop. Yeah. So are you saying they think it's D-Hop?
All I'm saying is,
is that what you're saying?
Well, he go for 900 yards of who throwing him the ball.
Well, he had 400 with Burrow. 500. He had 500 in 10 games.
Right.
But no comment about
we got us one. We ain't gonna keep it long. Let's bucket. Who we got?
T.
Higgins or G.
Chase and Higgins sound like
I'm going Chase.
Bingo.
Higgins.
Say to him.
There
you go.
Born Hill.
You did say Chase was elite talent. You gotta pay attention.
No, for sure.
Just saying.
You forgot because he didn't play last year, so they forgot about it.
Higgins was a top round pick, but
Yeah.
not a first round pick.
Higgins is nice.
Higgins
he's running a 4.59.
He's slow. He's slow, but this man get open. I ain't gonna lie.
His player comparison is Roy Williams. Big body, 10-yard game, fall to the ground.
Oh, that's it.
Higgins is explosive to. So we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's booked.
All right. We're gonna move from Cincinnati on down to Cleveland.
Yeah.
To the Cleveland Browns.
The Browns.
Let me know, was 2020 a fluke, or a sign of things to come for Baker Mayfield? Talk to me.
Well, I find it so ironic how Baker turned up when Odell went down, right?
Okay.
So when Odell got hurt, Baker took another. Took another level. I don't know because he was tuned in on Odell. I don't know what the situation was, but last year on the money throws, he was ranked number 2 in the league on money throws. He threw 39 money throws. He was number 2 in the league. That means like a big time throws, the throws that counted. He was number 2 in those throws. The thing with Baker is like they are a run heavy team, right? So last year they were ranked 29th in passes per attempt, passes per game, because they run the ball so much. 29th. 30% in the league. So he's not getting opportunities to really pass the ball out there. So I'm not targeting Baker as a QB because he don't throw the ball as much. He has to be uber efficient for him to produce, those QB 1, 2 numbers. I'm just not targeting Baker. But again, I think last year was more of an aberration. But I think Baker's a good quarterback. He's a good, solid, low in QB2, but he has no upside as being a QB1 because, like I said, they run the ball so much with a Chubb and a Hunt.
Well said. He hit all the points. I think, Baker Mayfield, I don't see him coming in as that QB1. I don't see him coming in as QB1. But, he'd be a great game manager for the pieces they have. They will take it a step further with adding Odell Beckham.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll take it a step further for sure.
Then they added Clowney this year, a better defense.
More defense.
I think it's more. I think it says more rush opportunities because but defense equals more run opportunities more than passing. Because good defense, you run the ball more, control the clock, grind it out.
They figured out the identity. I think last year everybody was going for Baker to be a 50 touchdown guy. Like Beckham and this and this. Nah, that's not him. They understand their identity is run the ball, play defense, and then add efficiency to the offense.
Play action.
There you go.
Play action to the two receivers.
There you go. Yep.
Off of Chubb and Hunt.
That's it.
Okay.
Know your strengths.
Okay. Well, can I say something?
No, you cannot.
Valentine said no. But so the question was it a fluke or a sign of things to come? I feel as if, I don't think that it was a fluke. I honestly see, I feel like Cleveland is a contender and that they're going to pick up in 21 where they left off in 20. And as far as Baker Mayfield, I feel like he lit a fire under that organization that was needed. They rose above everyone's expectations and they outperformed everyone's expectation. So I definitely don't think it was a fluke. Just fitting in the middle. My little opinion.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna hear that. So great job, Lo. Hey, not for real. Good for real. I like that.
All right.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So Nick Chubb, not talking about you, Nick, but Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, do they form the NFL's best RB room?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt used to be a number 1. He led the league in rushing at one point, and then you got Chubb.
As a rookie, bro.
As a rookie.
So
you got Chubb that do the same. This guy, every week, he missed 4 games, still at 1,212. 16 games in the season, what that mean? So you got to add it up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Chubb and Kareem Hunt do. When Chubb went down, Kareem Hunt stepped in just as that RB1, just as he used to be in. But Chubb is still that, he's still that workhorse to me, He gonna get his 20 carries. Kareem gonna get 15 touchdowns. They operate through the run game as a whole. So both of them will. They host the best running back room for sure.
The Browns were number 4 team in the league in rushing plays per game at 31 per game. So they know their strengths. They know they got Kareem Hunt, they got Chubb. Chubb is arguably the best pure runner behind Dalvin Cook in the league, in the NFL. So, and Hunt, again, a leading rusher in the league. He's now a backup for another leading. So it's just, the talent is there. They had the best O-line in the league. According to PFF, the best number 1 ranked O-line. You got a number 1 ranked O-line. Plus the top RBs. You're going to run the ball.
Match made ahead.
Yeah, you're going to maximize opportunity. So, only thing, if they didn't have Hunt, Chubb would be my RB1 because he'll have that passing work and rushing work, but Hunt is known to take up the passing work and goal line touches. Last year I seen several times Hunt come in goal line, sub in Chubb and take the goal line touchdown. So Chubb is elite. last year, I mean, dude averaged. He was number 14th in carries, and missed 4 games, and 14 red zone touches, and I mean, he had a 50% snap share, so it's 50% snap share, but again, Chubb is so efficient with his touches to where it doesn't even matter because he's so cold. So, yes, they had the best RB room for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. That's elite.
Yeah, they had the best RB room, definitely.
All right. So, Valentine, you just asked me if I knew him. Of course I know him.
Uh-huh.
You let me know. Should you buy into Odell Beckham's comeback season?
Hey, you know what? Come on, man.
I got to drink to this because it's been a long night this for her. All right, so Odell ran a route. 83% of his of plays ran, which was 62nd ranked in the league. He had 44 targets, 6.3 per game. You know, it's solid. He had a 22% target share, which is 29th in the league. I mean, the thing is, they're a run-first team, right? So Odell has to literally maximize each reception. You feel me? So, if I just don't like. I mean, he ranked 75th in air yards, 19th in air yards share, 80%, ranked number 80 in red zone. I mean, he just doesn't have
it's a lot to get him.
Yeah, he don't have like he ranked 153 out of yards after catch at 0.7 points per game.
Okay.
So my thing is like Odell has to be perfect.
They gotta be down there perfect.
To produce, I mean, to have that excellence in there. So I mean, if teams can focus on Chubb and Hunt and leave him one-on-one outside, again, he can. But I'm not. Odell's a great third-round receiver. You know, like he's a great receiver. Hoping for the upside. Cause like again, you chased in 2016 when he was the Giants. He haven't had an elite season since Eli Manning.
He has streaks of greatness.
Like last year he had 130-point game against the Cowboys, and then after that he was like 8-6-6-8. You know, so Odell's a great talent, but again, you're chasing the history, chasing his past stats, and I don't want to chase nobody. You know, my goal is I want to, I just don't think he has that. You know,
so you shouldn't buy into his comeback season. You feel like
comeback? I think he'd be a solid wide receiver too.
Okay.
You know, cause I believe in his talent. If he's healthy, I believe in his. I mean, I love talent. See, I'm a talented guy. I like talent. So if he's healthy, I like Odell. But again, he's not with the Giants no more. I prefer other receivers at his draft slot right now.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to you, OG. Question just for me. Do you feel like he's a consistent player?
He used to be. Now he's the past 3 years he has been inconsistent. You know, and I'm gonna think like you saying like
I agree.
At age 28 he's gonna be more, off ACL he's gonna be more consistent. I don't know. I mean, I think he's talented. We know he was on trajectory to be a top 5 receiver ever. You know, then he got hurt, kicking the net, kissing the Mary in the net. You know, got getting hurt. He hasn't. He had Wayne catching the Cowboys.
Which is still in the highlights today.
Arguably the best catch ever.
Right.
Since then, he haven't had too many of those.
Okay.
So I mean, Odell's a great talent. I think he has great. I think you got him pairing for a high floor receiver. Should be solid, but I'm not. I mean, Odell isn't. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, if Baker takes that leap, Odell can, get like a good 7 targets a game and produce off of those maximize. We'll see what happens.
All right, G. Odell Beckham, comeback season. What you got?
I mean, we got limited time. I say every aspect has been touched on. So, I mean, at the end of the day, with that, comeback season, we talking about a 1,200-yard season. What he used to, 1,300-yard season. I don't see that.
Yeah.
I don't see that at all. But, I can say he will be an added addition to the overall team.
Yeah, definitely.
They made it to the playoffs without him. They actually proved. I think if he can get back in there and get in their system, they'll find a way to fit him in there pretty well. Come back, like you said, 1,200. No, but overall, I think he have a better season than what was predicted. Last year, he had so much expectation. This year, isn't died off, he probably can surprise some folks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To the Steelers.
Yes, sir.
All right. G. Can Ben Roethlisberger bounce back with an improved O-line?
Is it really improved? Yeah, I mean, they got 5 offensive linemen starters that's all gone. You got a whole slate of new people. So now you got to work in these OTAs, these training camps and things like that. I know that they work in shotgun a whole lot. So they suffer shotgun at least over 70% of their plays. So, okay, if I'm doing shotgun to now with this new offensive coach, they going under center. Under center, they got Najee Harris. They got a new running back. They got all this going on for them. So with this new improve, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say it like this. So can I see him having a bounce back? A bounce back as a totality. We have to see what this offensive line does through training camp. They see is recording a little bit right at training camp, right in the beginning. So we're gonna see what the offensive line does. But if they improve, if they can show some balance, then he'll take a step up. If not, then I will rely. I don't see him having a comeback season.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think they'll rely more on Najee Harris, a little bit of that run game, a little bit of that dink and dunk, and they'll move the ball from there. They got that defense to rely on as well, and they preserve some.
Facts. Well, I mean, the add-on to what G said. I mean, last year, right? Big Ben, the Steelers were number 2 in pass attempts at 4.2 per game.
Mm-hmm.
They were number 3 in attempts, 608. They were Big Ben was number 3 in deep ball attempts, 72.
In shotgun so much.
Exactly. And number 2 in protection rate. At 92% protection rate, they had their line. It was number 2 in protection rate for them. Now, efficiency. They was ranked 32 in yards per attempt. So you throw the ball the most, but yet you're 32. You dead last in yards per attempt. So that means you're not being efficient with your attempts. So I think the Tomlin targeted Najee Harris to take the load off, to provide balance, to provide an equilibrium to a team. And I think that's important because they had this as well. You know, Connor was great. Connor was good in his,
I have. He was nothing to me.
Yeah. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I could really talk you know what I'm saying? Connor didn't do what he needed to do.
Okay.
You know why is he always hurt?
He always hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He's survival.
For sure.
He stayed strong. We're kind of strong,
Yeah.
but Connor did you wrong. So fantasy-wise, Connor wasn't it. I like Najee Harris is a thoroughbred RB. 233 pounds. 6'2". I mean, Alabama has been injured. I think he's gonna take the load off before the pass test and give him more. I'll give him a higher efficiency rating off play action tips. Because back then, no one worried about Connor breaking the run or McFarland or Benny Snell. Benny who? So that's why I really Big Ben should have a good season, bounce back, but I think he have a more efficient season.
You think he will have a good season, bounce back?
Yes, more efficient. More efficient.
Okay.
Yeah, key word.
Because last year he was number 2 in passing, but he was rash and efficiency per attempt. I think he should break that up a little bit because the play actually the whole defense off a little. Kind of keep the defense at a stalemate. Give options to throw the balls to Deontay Johnson, Juju, and Claypool, Ebron.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to Najee Harris, who we've been talking about. With the first question, does he have what it takes to be the next great running back?
Easily.
Absolutely.
Dude is 6'1", 230.
What you know about Najee?
Y'all just got done talking about him, real tough.
Yeah. I mean, Najee has a 90 scouting grade, which is in a 96 percentile. So basically, what that means is we look at your film, we watch what you do, and we think you are in the top percentile of RBs, And I think when you have an RB meshed in with elite talent around him, you have a Juju, you have a Deontay, you have a Claypool, you have an Ebron, you have a Big Ben. The lineman matters, but not to a certain extent. I think great weapons provide great opportunity. I think he will have a great opportunity this year to provide a top 10 status as an RB. I mean, Najee Harris. I'm high on him this year. I mean, the dude is in the lab. He don't leave. He stays in the gym late. I like Najee Harris this year. I'm targeting him, everywhere. So Najee.
He provided all the numbers for you. I look at the detail. Like you said, at the end of the day, this man staying in the lab. In college, he went from 20 touchdowns to 30 touchdowns. He just improves every single year. Wow. That man came from nothing. He really got that hunger to where he need to be. Najee Harris, like you said, I mean, the coach got to kick him out of there. And he is...
Literally got to kick him out the film room. Get out of here, man. Yeah, so...
It shows you what type of dedication he got, what type of mentality he got as a rookie. You know what I mean? Coming in. So I think, he easily compared for 1,000 yards on the ground. I ain't even thinking twice about it. So he provided all the stats, all the numbers to you. At the end of the day, talent, equipped with the situation, equipped with nobody behind this dude.
Equals
success.
Enjoy. All right, close curtains. All right. For sure.
All right. OG, does Deontay Johnson have wide receiver 1 upside in 2021?
You know what? Out of the 3 receivers that they have between Juju, Deontay Johnson, and Claypool, I actually think that Deontay Johnson is still the guy that's going to be that wide receiver 1.
Okay.
Wide receiver 1 overall, we talking about top 12. Top 12, maybe top 15. I think he'll be in there. So he right on that cusp of it. Deontay Johnson had over $140 in targets, and he still was hurt. He dropped 15 passes. Some of the passes, I had the man. Some of the passes, it was touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? It was a walk-in touchdown he dropped. He had 15. He led the league in drops. I think that he's going to improve on that this year, understanding his role, understanding the situation that they have as a whole, and if they offensive line stay the way it is, them Dinkin' Dunk still going to be there for him. We can take him where he need to go. I think Deontay Johnson has that wide receiver 1 upside. You can get him as a wide receiver 2, 5th, 6th round. You grabbing this guy, enjoy.
All right.
To add on to that the excellent points he made by Deontay Johnson, Deontay was number 1 in the league in drops.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 in the league in drops. My thing was, when we said that, last year, the Steelers were number 2 in passing attempt, right? They had a running back, so that number dropped.
It takes us some of it.
So now you're looking at distribution wise. You feel me? So I think he was hurt. So he was hurt. He dropped. He was hurt.
Couple games. Right?
Couple games. It just big, and then he got a bitch couple of games because he was dropped 20 passes.
Yeah,
he bitched for James Washington. But again, he was number 6 in targets, 144 last year, as G said. He was number 1 in hog rate, which means the hog rate targets from QB. So I think he has the potential to be a wide receiver 1 if he catches his passes.
Got to catch.
Hopefully, he's been in the lab this offseason training camp to better himself. I like Deontay Johnson. He's an elite route runner. He creates elite separation from the defender. So that's why he's always open. So being always targeting him, he's always open. Juju gained muscle, but he can't. Juju's like a
I seen him too.
Yeah.
You gotta look at. I done seen a couple of the videos and I guess a little Snapchat shit. He don't prepare his body correctly. You gotta really eat right here. He eat pizza and burgers. And, I ain't gonna lie, it matters in football. I ain't no football player, but I understand it.
Your diet matters.
Your diet matters.
Your hamstrings.
Eat correctly and do this for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's taking it where you need to take it to get to the next level.
He's too busy doing it.
He's comfortable right now. That's the only thing about Juju. So
like I said, I like this. Yeah. I think he is the best wide receiver for the Steelers. It's just so I like the ability to produce a high end route 2 numbers because based off targets alone and separation routes. I like Deontay. That's no problem with him at all.
All right. Well, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Who got the juice?
They love it. It's the segment. Juice. Get loose.
Get loose. Up to it. All right. Valentine, Gary, tell us, who do you have winning this division, the AFC North, and why?
This is a real tough one. I ain't gonna lie, because you got 3 teams that can really fight for it. You got Ravens, Browns, and Steelers. Them the ones I ripped that's gonna get Cincinnati. They still working.
You didn't take the Bengals.
They
They
still
out of
working.
there.
Yeah, they working.
Ravens, Browns, and Steelers. Who do we have?
If I'm
winning
gonna rock
this
with Lamar
division?
Jackson, you gotta rock with the most important position. I'm gonna go with Baltimore Ravens. Just my opinion. I think Baltimore.
Purple team.
Purple Hearts will be at war.
Hey.
Purple Hearts,
You know what? I'm going with the elite QB at the mix. I'm going with Lamar Jackson, the hunger, fight for that contract. I think the added pieces necessary at the defense. Lamar Jackson. I like Baltimore to win the AFC for me.
Okay.
For sure.
Got the Ravens. What's up, V?
I mean, I was teetering between the Browns and the Steelers.
Okay.
The Browns have the best defense in the division. I think the best overall talent. They got Denzel Ward. They got Clowney. They got Garrett. I mean Garrett, the best D. Best D in the league. You know, arguably. But I'm into his QB play. I think Big Ben. It could be his last year for Najee Harris. I think the Steelers could. It's tough. I mean, this
That's a tough division.
It's the division.
That's a tough division.
Ravens, Browns, Steelers can all win 10, 11 games, and so. But
Who you got?
It's tough. You gotta go
Who you got?
I'm going Steelers.
All right.
I Steelers have the best wide receiver weapons and the best passing game to go with a running game with Najee Harris.
Yeah, Steelers and Ravens.
Yeah, Steelers and Ravens. So the Browns have
The Browns are very legit.
just an equal shot as when yeah. Because if Baker is consistent like he was last year, Browns could win the division easily. But like I think I like Big Ben over Baker. I like Lamar over the Big Ben. But I like Juju, Claypool, and Deontay over Bateman, Hollywood. So
They don't got
So I just really like it's all come down to who you gonna pick and pull. Big Ben, if he's healthy this year, he should be. I like Steelers this year.
Steelers are good.
All right.
Neck and neck though. Bengals will be last though.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, we do have behind the scene bets going on here, so we will keep you updated on how that's going. You know, between Chase and Higgins, we got the Ravens, Steelers.
We got Tua bet. Yeah.
So we gonna let you know, cause I'm gonna win regardless. All right, we're gonna leave y'all with the quote of the week. With all things I've been through, the number one thing that I've learned is that we are supposed to help people through this world. That is from Ray Lewis.
Ravens legends.
Hey, make sure you subscribe, like the video.
Please.
Everything you need is down below. All of the links. We are here with another show of Elite Fantasy Bros. It's Valentine, OG Gary, and Lo. We'll see you next time.
Hey, that is. Y'all be safe, man.
Peace out.
Blood brothers, my blood brothers, my blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers, blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers, my blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers. Blood brothers, my blood brothers, my blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers, blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers, my blood brothers. We supposed to be blood brothers.